actually came to UHV because I had some coworkers that were working with me, and they were going to school at UHV, and they had a great experience, and I knew that I wanted to do more with my career in IT than where I was at. And so I talked to these folks and found out that UHV had a fantastic business program. I came for a information session, and got myself enrolled. The School of Business has a fantastic program. It really does. For myself, it had been at least a decade since I'd been in school. And the program is designed to get you acclimated, get you going. And after you are involved and you're in the role of going to class, doing your work, taking tests, taking exams, you go through a few classes, and then they start hitting more of the harder core classes at you. And at the very end, you have the capstone. And the capstone is designed as a culmination of all those classes together in one course. And it really was a fantastic program. I enjoyed it very much. I got a lot out of it in marketing and quantitative statistics and all the different business courses that they have. It really was fantastic. So my situation, I'd like to think it's unique, but in reality it probably isn't as unique as what I have in my head. But I knew that I was hitting a brick wall with my career. I already had a bachelor's degree, I already had a master's degree, but they were not in business. Those degrees were in music, and it allowed me to go very, very far in the field of music education and music performance in different sectors. I could do pretty much whatever I want to do with that. Still perform in that area as well. But I really wanted to advance in senior level management in the field of IT. I knew I was not going to be able to do that. I had interview after interview after interview after interview, and I would beat out, I'd have interview people show me stacks of 100, 200 resumes, and all those people I was beating out. But I could not land the job. And that was in about 2005, 2004. What it has done for me now is I'm now a CIO at my company at Citus. And before that, I was able to be a director, an assistant director before that, IT infrastructure manager before that, a call center manager before that. And every one of those management jobs were directly related to me having an MBA. Without the MBA, at an accredited institution like this school, there's no way I would have even been looked at. They would not have entertained my application, and I would have been passed up. So my recommendation is go for it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. The thing about going into an MBA program is you have to have a reason for doing things. You don't just go do things just because. You can go in and you can go get a degree and get another degree and get another degree, but at some point you've got to decide, when am I going to make money? And when am I going to, that's what it's about. We don't just go to school to just rack up degrees. We go to school so that we can go make money and have a life. That's the whole point. Well, I knew I wanted to have a certain type of lifestyle, and in order to get to that point, I was at point A, I wanted to get through point B, C, D, E, and F, and get to Z eventually. And in order to do that, I had to go get a degree. So if I'm going to put in that type of effort, and I'm going to put in that type of blood, sweat, and tears, and pay that amount of money, any degree is a lot of money, but if I'm going to do all of that, then I might as well do the very best job I possibly can and give it my all. I won the 2008 spring competition. There were 17 teams. I don't know how many people were involved in that, but we won it. And what we put in that was an exorbitant amount of time. We actually invited in on 3 different practice sessions. We invited in different area leaders. We brought in people from the Chronicle. We brought in people that were business leaders a couple of CEOs. We brought in other CFOs and other vice presidents from local area companies. We brought in some community leaders to sit down and watch our MBA case conference. And we practiced it. We timed it. We had props. We had a 250-page, very tight paper. We did our homework. We did our research, and we practiced that. And we said, we're going to win. Not, well, gee, it'd be great to win. We said, no, this is ours. We're going to win it. Let's do what we think it's going to take, and then let's do 50% more than that to ensure that we're going to win it. And we did, and we won. And as a result of that, and having an MBA, I've already been told by at least 2 of my hiring managers in the past, including the current one, that as a result of those actions, that's what helped me get the job over the people that I was going up against. As far as relationships with faculty members, you know, any program that that's worthwhile doing is you got to put yourself out there, and you got to pull the most out of everything you can. There are so many people that go through a degree program, whether it's a bachelor's, it's an MBA, it's a PhD, that sit in the back. They come to class, they do the homework, they're in, they're out, and you know, you wonder if they get anything out of it. I'm one of those people, and the folks that surrounded me, that I wanted to be around me, probably the top 20% of any class at any time, where we actually would engage with the professors in and out of class as much as we possibly could. Why? Because for us, it's not just about paying the money, coming to class, take the test, get in, get out. That's not what it's about. I actually wanted to learn. I wanted to retain. I wanted to understand. I wanted to become. That's a different mindset than just going, well, if I go get this degree, therefore I'll get the job. It doesn't work that way. It will never work that way. And anybody who thinks that way is fooling themselves. I realized this fact a long time ago. So what I wanted to do is have lots of interaction. And I would love to name some of the profs, because a lot of them are very dear to my heart. I learned a lot from them. I respect them immensely. And I've now become colleagues of sorts with these people. And I think the world of them. And it's because of that relationship that was built and that bond that was built during the MBA case conference, during the capstone course, during the marketing course, during the quantitative statistics courses, and on and on and on. During their smoke breaks. I don't smoke, but you know what? I would go out there and I would stand with them and I would pick their brain. I didn't care about the smoke. Who cares? You have one life. So I wanted to make sure that I learned from that, and I fostered those relationships, and I still foster them. I still come back, I give back to the university, and it's an exciting thing. You know, you build your network. That's the point. You network, network, network. And as a result of that, good things come if you pursue them. So you can be one of 2 people. You can be somebody who sits back and just takes things, or you can be somebody who goes out and makes things happen. I thought it was very interesting, and it actually was the capstone course. The first day of that class. And I want to mention the professor's name. I'm not going to do that. But we're sitting in there and took roll call. And we started to go around the room and find out who's who, and tell us a little bit about yourself and the background that you've had and maybe what degrees you have and whatever, so we all kind of get to know each other. And I kid you not, five PhD students in that class of almost 40 people. 5. And none of us could believe that, and we obviously asked the question, well, why are you coming back for an MBA? You're nearly done now, but you know, that's great, but really curious, why do you need to come get an MBA? You have a PhD. Why do you need this? And their answer was, and this is 2008, spring of 2008, because we can't get where we want to go with the PhD. We need the MBA. It floored me. It absolutely floored me. But I did find out that to be a very true statement, even to this day. Why? Because a business education, specifically from UHV, that's accredited the way that it is very instrumental in the corporate world. It has a huge value add. It's something that you can use to propel your career, and I'm very impressed with it. It certainly has helped me. There's no way I would be where I'm at without the MBA from UHV. UHV has accreditation out of 15,000 schools of business across the planet. Only about 600 have. You can look that up on their website. It's really very important, and on top of that, the price point is great, and diversity here is wonderful. You can network with people all over the world right here at this school that you can't really do anywhere else. It's really a great place to come. You should do it.